Right, so I recently tried to play The Power of Equality in a recent video that has gotten way too many views, and the comments on that video was like 80% really positive and supportive, and I never take that for granted, so I want to highlight that. I don't want to overlook that, and I want to say thank you very much for that. And the other 20% was really constructive, which is also really a positive thing, and I'm really grateful for that too. And for this video I thought I would go through all these constructive comments and give this riff a second try. So the first comment was simply saying that I was playing it wrong, and it can be hard to know if there is any substance behind those comments, because I can get those general comments every now and then saying something is wrong. But then I got some more specific ones, and a lot of people say I need to tune down the high E string to E flat, which actually was done, but the problem was that I was also playing these two other notes on the B and G string. So because of that you can't hear that open high E flat string, which also was pointed out in a comment. And then we have this spot on comment which says that 110% of the vibe comes from hitting that open E flat string on its own, and then you play that chord, and that creates a cool contrast between the single note and that chord, and I think that is 110% right. So I think I was doing it wrong there. And I actually did try to only play that open E flat string before I recorded that video, but I still ended up playing it the way I did. And I think the reason for that was that I felt like the sound was too weak when I played it with that single note. And the thing with this first riff is that it isn't so much what you play on the fretboard, but rather how that interacts with the settings that you got. And I think I got too weak settings for it to sound as powerful as it needs to sound. And in order to solve that, I think I need to tweak the settings, and that is also what I got some comments on. So someone said that I should not use chorus or whatever, and that it sounds terrible, and I didn't really understand that, because I definitely think the chorus should be there. Maybe the settings could have been better, but I don't know, I definitely don't think it should be removed at least. And then I got some comments saying that, you know, you need a compressor, the Dynacomp compressor for riffs from this album, the BSSL album, and I definitely agree that this pedal was used a lot on the album. I don't know if it was used on this song, but it definitely helps to make the riff sound more powerful, so therefore I will throw that pedal in. And when I did a last video, I actually tried to get more of a Slane Castle tone, but since I didn't manage to make that work, I thought I would try to make it more like the studio recording sound, and I definitely didn't manage to do that, but you know, at least I tried. And my goal was to, you know, get more treble sounds, and one idea was to use the wah-wah pedal, but I did a poll on that, and the result was quite clear that I shouldn't use the wah-wah pedal, so I threw that option out. And another option would obviously be to use the bridge pickup, but I don't think John used that. I think he used the neck pickup. So the last option I had left was to tweak the EQ on the amps, and that was a real challenge, because when I add that treble, you know, it helps to get more of a nasty tone, if you will, in a good way, but it's easy that it becomes, you know, almost unpleasant and too sharp and kind of almost hurts the ears. So I definitely tried to balance that as good as I possibly could. Finally, I got some comments saying I got no groove or whatever, or that the groove was wrong. And when I re-listen to it, what I find is that I think that the groove overall is right, like the studio recording, but I can find a lack of flow sometimes in the riff, and also it isn't exactly like the original recording with the fills and all that, and some minor things. So I tried to correct that as well in this new recording. So let's end this video by presenting my probably still wrong, but hopefully at least improved try of The Power of Equality.